Check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out. What do you think about this lighting today? Some days you're just like, "Pacha, that lighting's amazing," right? Like it just depends on what hotel room that you get, so on and so forth. Sometimes you can figure out like really awesome lighting, different angles, certain lamps that they have. Other, because you don't want to travel like with a bunch of ring lights and all that crazy, right? Like you can have like a little ring light like on your desktop or whatever, but to really get the good lighting, right, you got to have like pow 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 pow. And this particular hotel's got a lot of that pow 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 going on. Now the question is, does it have enough strong Wi-Fi to be able to hold today's episode of GM3X? That's the real question, because I see it over there in the yellow already, and I'm a little bit nervous. Coming to you live from Cumming, Georgia this morning. Powerful episode today. We're going to talk about what you believe to be true is what is true for you. Like literally the beliefs that you have, how they create your reality. So we're going to dive into that a little bit today. We're also going to talk about 800% Elite Automotive Club, what this bad boy is right here. And we're going to talk about how a belief system has had the power to bring together people from all around North America. One day we will be world, but together people from all around North America, no matter what their political beliefs are, their backgrounds, their experiences in life, etc., etc. So all that and more on today's episode of GM3X. Thanks for joining me. Should be a good one.
Welcome to GM3X. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to eight, and the founder of the 800% Elite Club. I hope you're ready for motivation, education, inspiration, celebrity interviews, and thought-provoking conversations, because it's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind.
Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Tuesday. That's right. Today is Tuesday, October 25th, 2022. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Tuesday, October 25th, 2022. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most. And I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible, and I do mean incredible day. Hey, thanks for joining me. I see some of you over there on Facebook. I'm not sure if we're having a little bit of an issue there. Do me a huge favor if you would share. Or if you're on Facebook, go and hit that share button or tag some of your friends that might be having a hard time finding the room today for some reason. And of course, if there's any issues over on your end, just drop it in the comments. I can see that over there. Those of you over on Clubhouse, do me a huge favor as well. Let's go ahead and share this out into the Clubhouse streets so that we can go out there and make a massive impact in other people's lives. Now, I'm a little concerned because I'm showing red bar, but maybe it's only not streaming to YouTube because it seems to be smooth on Facebook. All right, hey, this is part of it. When we do a live show and we travel all over the United States, there's all kinds of variables. As a matter of fact, one of the variables today is my guy. There's a guy named Jeff Moffitt. If you don't know Jeff, Jeff is amazing. And Jeff is all about us having, she says on Facebook, but Jeff sent me this bad boy right here, right? Jeff sent me this bad boy right here, which is, it's called a Pod Track P4. And with this guy, I am able to plug in microphones and get studio quality sound when I'm on the road without having to carry around this big old like roadcaster, right? So Jeff was kind enough, like he bought this, right? And he sent it to me. And Jeff and I, we've only met one time in person. It was here in Atlanta. Thanks to Renee, and we've done some things together on Breakfast Champions. But this was super kind of him. So he bought me this Pod Track 4, which I have, and he's been waiting, and I've been waiting for me to have an opportunity to actually use it. So last time I was on the road, I brought the Pod Track, but I forgot the microphone. This time I got all my stuff, right? I got the microphone. And Jeff was also kind enough to put together the P4 installation manual, right? And this is created by Pastor Jeff, as you can see. So Jeff knows me well enough that Jeff went ahead and sent me. I mean, he's got a little spiral binder on here, right here, and it's step by step. Like it says, step one, install batteries. Install batteries into the Zoom P4. Then install the SD card into the Zoom. And it even says with the P4 in your hand and front facing you, the SD card slot has a black cover with SDXC on it. The DC5B and USB-C slots will have a silver cover plate. And then it's got an arrow showing me how to open it to stick in the SD card. Jeff ain't playing. Jeff's got the manual. Install the microphone in the shock mount. I love it, right? And so this morning, what I did, I was super excited. I'm like, okay, we're gonna be able to do this. I've got great sound. I'm gonna be a morning pro is what's gonna happen. And so I went step by step by step. Um, Jeff, and I know Jeff's listening right now. And here's where we ran into a little bit of an issue, Jeff, so that you'll know why we're not quite using the pod track yet and why Jeff is still streaming into Clubhouse for us today. Right here, when it says, so we got to step nine, right? See step nine? And step nine says plug the lightning to female 3.5 mm TRRS adapter to your iPhone or iPad. And the problem that we have is that my iPad, and I don't ask me why, because I'm not really into the Apple products, but my iPad has a C port. It does not have a lightning jack, right? My iPad has a C port, not a lightning jack. So I got to this point right here, and we have this cord, but we don't have a TSSR to C port adapter. So I got stuck, right? I went through my whole backpack. I was searching because I thought I might have one of those, and I didn't. So I was like, oh man. Well, I could still use it. I could still use the pod track for the show. I just wouldn't be able to stream it over into Clubhouse that way. We'd have to have Jeff Moffitt do that. But then I went to the next step, which was right here, and it told me to plug my headphones into the pod track P4. Well, guess what? I don't have wired headphones. I do back at the studio in Kentucky, but not here. I only got the Bluetooth ones. So now we're closer. We are closer to having success. And Jeff, I am so appreciative of you challenging me, of you getting this amazing equipment for me, and caring enough about me to take the time to step by step to educate me and to teach me new things that are out of my comfort zone, but give me an opportunity to continue to go out there and make an impact, right? And that's really what it's all about, if you ask me. Toyota store in this area, and as far as I'm concerned, one of the greatest Toyota stores in the United States of America, if not. No, it's definitely not. Like, it's one of the greatest. It's incredible. And it's led by a guy named Patrick Abad, who's just a top-notch, incredible leader. And so for the next few days, we are having our 800% elite retreat right here in Cumming, Georgia, right? So I'm here for the next, I don't know, till Thursday, I guess it is. And what's really cool about that is all of our, not all, but a lot of our 800% club dealers they're all coming here, right? Like from all over the country, they're all coming here. If they're not here already, they're traveling here, they're on the way. And I mean, when I say dealers from all over the country, like I'm talking franchise dealers, right? Which for those of you that are not in automotive, that means Toyota dealer, a Chevy dealer, a Nissan dealer, Subaru dealer, like if they have one of those names, a franchise tag, that is a franchise dealer. So we have franchise dealers that are coming in. We also have independent dealers. So an independent dealer would be like our guy John Paul Guidry, who's most likely watching the show today. An independent dealer is the dealerships that you see that do not have a franchise tag. They only sell used cars, right? Like Motor City LA, that's John Paul's, or Miller Motors, that's Bruce Miller's, or Ride Time, which is my guys up there in Canada, Andy and Doug, right? So we have franchise dealers, and then we also have independent dealers, non-franchise dealers, all coming in to coming Georgia, right? Then we also, on top of that, we have what's called a single point. Now, a single point dealership is somebody that just has a single store, right? Like, for example, Roper Kia, right? Roper Kia, technically they have a used car store, but Roper Kia is a single point, right? Then you've got, Dan Cummins, the store I came from, was a single point. Stroh Snyder Chevy is a single point, right? So we have single point dealers that will come and that will be here in coming Georgia to join us as well. And then we also have groups, dealership, like large dealership groups, right? Like Carter Myers Automotive Group, which is owned by Liza Myers Borges and in partnership with Scott Simons and many other owners, because everybody in that company is an owner, but they have 25 stores, franchise stores, right? Everything from, Volvo to, I don't think they have Mazda, but Volvo to CDJR, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, those types of things. And then we also have groups like big groups like Mills Auto Group, which Mills Auto Group also has like 25 stores. All right. So if you're following me here, you've got franchise dealers, independent dealers, single points, and um, groups. I don't know what's happening over on Facebook. I think people are getting kicked like crazy. Hopefully, you're able to hear it fine over on Clubhouse, but it's just some interesting stuff going on over there. All right, so all of these different types of dealerships will be represented at our event over the next couple days, all together in one spot. And this is pretty rare in the auto industry. Usually, franchise dealers hang out with franchise dealers, independent dealers hang out with independent dealers, single points hang out with single points, groups hang out with groups. It's usually very siloed in the auto industry. But one of the things that we do, one of the things that we do is pull everyone together in one spot so that we can learn, so that we can grow, so that we can connect with one another, and literally all because we just have one thing in common. That's it. Every dealer that will be here, every human that will be here over the next few days has a desire to grow and make an impact. That's literally it. That's why it doesn't matter if it's a franchise or a group or a single point or an independent. Everyone here has desire, or that will be here, has a desire to grow and make an impact. Like for real. I mean, we've got men that will be here. We have women that will be here. We have different ethnicities that'll be here: black, white, Mexican. I'm not sure we have any Asian dealers in the group, but we'll have different ethnicities that will be here. We have younger dealers that will be here. We also have some older and wiser dealers that will be here. Everywhere from Philadelphia to Massachusetts to Missouri to Oklahoma to like everyone in the room will have a different background, different geographical location, different experience that they've had in their life, different set of beliefs, right? We'll have some Democrats, we'll have some Republicans, we'll have some vaxxed and some non-vaxxed, right? We'll have all the different people from all the different experiences and all the different belief systems. And with all of that said, none of that will matter. Like none of that will matter. It'll matter exactly zero Because see, here's what I've learned is all it takes is one thought, one idea, one shared belief is all that's required to bring people together. One thought, one idea, one shared belief. And you can bring people together from all the nations. Like this is not just true in 800% Club, right? It's not just true in Breakfast of Champions. It's not just true with GM3X. Like this is humanity in general, folks. All it takes is one. And so it's on my heart this morning because I'm super excited. We get to do these every 4 months, and I just love I just love bringing people together. Like there's just something, I just love it, right? I just love bringing people together. And it's on my heart this morning that sometimes in our country and sometimes in social media and sometimes in news and sometimes in some of those areas, it talks about all of the division and all of the differences and all of the different silos that people get put in. And to that, I say malarkey. This idea that humanity cannot get along is beyond me. Because all it takes is one shared belief, one idea, one inspired action. One person who believes with all of their heart that we are and always will be connected, that we all and that we are and that we always will be one, and that together, not divided, together, we are so much better. Hey, we're going to talk about that a little bit more today, that and some other things. We're going to run out of time quickly, though. Before we do, you know what we got to do on this show. You know what we got to do. We know we got to do some moving. We got to do some dancing. An object in motion tends to stay in. No, those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. How you doing, Vicki Everett? What's up, Gloria Bond? How you doing, Tara Murray? That's right. Get up, girl. How you doing, Rich Pintrick? Shelly Jeans in the building. Leisha Watson, Rick Tamburino, Gloria Bond, and Gora Maria. Valerie Oakley is up in here. What's up, Michelle McLean? Great to see you. I see Gail Beecraft is in the building. Doug Thurston just dropped 1,000 stars on us. Thanks, Doug. I appreciate you, sir. You're amazing. Always supporting, always here, always encouraging. I truly appreciate you. Ricardo Govindansamy is up in here. Stephanie Toadvine is in the building as well. Great to see you, Stephanie. Who else we got up in here? I see. Oh, did they kick me out of there? They sure did. That's all right. Make sure there's not too much sound on that. Where's my volume? I don't know. But I see, let's see, who's there? All right, Jeff Moffitt, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Ramon Ray, thanks for being here. Great show this morning. TM Hyman, thanks for being here, brother. Great show this morning. Mary Lynn, Christina, Marvin from across the pond. Stars Tina's up in here. Scott Simons himself, I'll see you shortly, Scott. Renee, Nora, I'll see you as well. Stephen Kuhn, Justin's in the building. Aday and Megan and Tara and Limitless. We've got Peter and Navia and Coco and Misa, Arpit and Core. And Dr. Jamesia up in the building. Ella, Tori, Dan, Trisha, ICE. What's up, Credit? How you doing, Felicia and Marjorie? William and Patty. Travis and Cheryl are in the building. Kim, Nicole, Don, Sophia, Elizabeth, Shelly, Maria, Karen, and Mindy. Good morning. Good morning. Judy and Tom, Dr. Jeannie, Luis, Jory, Miranda, Jennifer, good morning. Linnell, Regina, Dashika, Liddy, Mello, Magina, Lena, Terry, Larissa, Sean, Natasha, Andrew, Lauren, Christine. You guys are amazing. Thanks for joining me right here on GM3X. All right, we're going to continue to dive in. Before we go any further, though, my guy Brandon, it is Tik Tok Tuesday. My guy Brandon's got a little something for you. Let's roll.
Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Tik Tok Tuesday. I hope you're having a great, amazing, fantabulous start to your week. This week, while perusing through Instagram, I'm like getting off track here. I keep finding other things, but it's too good to pass up. One thing I loved to do as a kid was putt-putting, but I found a kid who probably is better than me as an adult, and you guys just gotta see it.
He doesn't even line up his putts.
Nice! Good shot, dude. Go in, one time. Oh my God! Yeah. Gotta give it some gas. Good shot, here it comes. Watch out, Grandpa. Go in. Come back! Go in! One time. One time. One time. Let it roll. Yeah, Atlas! Wait, let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Hey!
What a little beast! I love that the family is so supportive and bringing the hype. I don't know, something about it just made me smile. Hope it brought a smile to your face. And let's have an awesome week, guys. Take care. See ya.
Automotive dealer owners and GMs only, exclusively on October 26th, the Technology Matters Summit presented by 800% Elite Automotive Club. We are holding this event at one of the premier dealerships in the United States of America. We will be at Beaver Toyota in Cummins, Georgia. That's right, Beaver Toyota, led by Patrick Abad. I know you've heard of the place. They've had a massive increase in sales over the last 3 years. And we're going to have our event right there on site. So you can check out the store. You can check out all the features. You can check out what some are calling the Disneyland of dealerships as we learn that technology matters from Dan Moore,
Brian Benstock,
Brian Kramer, and so many more. Grab your ticket now. We'll see you there. October 26th, Cummins, Georgia. Don't miss it.
Last chance. If you are an owner, general manager of a dealership, you want to join us in Atlanta, it's not too late. You can catch a flight here from just about anywhere. You can usually get some direct flights. You're welcome to come join us. We will kick off tomorrow. Members will kick off tonight. Non-members of 800% Club will kick off tomorrow. We would love to have you here. That is where I'm coming to you live from, Cumming, Georgia. And this morning I got up and did my morning 5 like I always do, pow. And when I opened up my planner, right there at the top, there was a quote submitted by an actual member of our community. It's my favorite part of the planners. We always collect quotes every year, and we get to publish those up there at the top. And so today's quote was from Sarah Cullum. And Sarah Cullum, in my world, is actually named Sarah Ferguson. And she was one of my nearest and dearest friends all through childhood. And then we went decades without, really seeing or hearing from each other. And then came this show, hashtag Rise and Grind. And Sarah started watching the show and doing some of the challenges and connecting with our network. And it's been awesome revitalizing that friendship from when we were children. And so this morning, our parents were best friends, and this morning I woke up to her quote, right? And it says, "A ship in the harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for." And when I read that this morning, I thought, man, that is a simple quote, and yet incredibly profound if you really start to think about it, right? Like, for example, what popped into my head was, would I go buy a boat? Would I invest money into a boat if I knew it was just going to sit in the harbor? Right? Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of people say if you want to waste some money, go buy a boat. That's what a lot of people say. Right? You want to waste money, go buy a boat. A lot of times it does sit. But if my intention was, okay, I'm gonna buy this boat so I can just sit it there in the harbor and never do anything with it. Would I invest money in that? And to me, the answer is clearly no. I don't know about you. You can drop it in the comments. Tell me what you think. But my belief is if I knew I wasn't going to use it, I wouldn't invest money in it, right? The second thought that came into my head was I don't know why, but I started thinking about horses, right? Like if you had a horse or you saw a horse that every time it came out of the paddock, every time it came out of the paddock, it would just sat down. Just I want you to just picture this big, beautiful, muscular horse, and it comes out of the paddock, and then it just sits down, right? And like no matter what you do, this horse just won't run. This horse just won't go. It just sits, it just chills, it just likes to kick it, right? If you saw that horse, you wouldn't bet on it, would you? Like you probably wouldn't spend any money to train it. Maybe you would care for it if you're the type of person who loves a horse that goes nowhere. But if the horse just came out of the paddock and just sat all the time, you probably wouldn't enter it into races. You probably wouldn't give it the best care. You probably wouldn't want whatsoever to race, right? And so a ship is built to sail. Horses are built to run. Boats are meant to take you on experiences and journeys. And you see, I feel, me personally, for you and I are just chatting. That's right, Tina, you would choose a different horse, right? I feel like I'm in training right now. Like I feel like God, I feel like my wife, I feel like my kids, I feel like this community, I feel like my dealers, I feel like the universe. I feel like they've all chosen to invest in me in a certain way, and I'm in training through that, right? Like 3:20 a.m. wake ups, no matter where I am in the country, no matter what happened the night before. Sometimes it's 2 hours and 10 minutes of sleep, sometimes it's 4 hours and 20, but 3:20 a.m. wake ups, right? That to me is part of my training. The morning five, doing the morning five, right? Doing that every single day, waking up, gratitude and goals and no phone in the morning and no snooze button and the discipline of that, right? I've been doing the scrolls. I've been doing the scrolls from the book The Greatest Salesman in the World. I've been doing those for I guess 9 months now or 8 months now. I'm on scroll six, almost done with scroll six. That's because I've had to go back a few times, but I'm reading that 3 times a day, right? I'm reading it in the morning, I'm reading it in the afternoon, I'm reading it again at night. I'm also doing an 89-day Bible challenge right now. And so we're on day 22 of the 89-day Bible challenge where um, I'm reading 3 chapters of the Bible every day. This morning I read chapters 16, 17, and 18 of the book of Luke, right? This morning. So it's the 3:20 wake ups, the morning five, the scrolls, the Bible that I'm reading. I write a 30-minute show, right? After I do that, after I wake up, drink some water, gratitude and goals, read the scrolls, read my Bible. After I do that, then I write a 30-minute show. Then at 5:30 a.m., I do a show, right? Like I deliver the show live, no matter if I'm in a hotel room or where I am in the United States of America or beyond. We've done shows from Greece, right? Doesn't matter, and technology doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter if we have the right equipment or we don't have the right equipment. We gotta show up no matter what. Sometimes it's just a phone, sometimes it's a full production, sometimes it's a partial production, right? And then after that, we hang out and we connect. Like I get to connect with hundreds of people, right? And answer questions and do Q&A and all of that stuff, right? And then the sun comes up. When all that's done, that's when the sun comes up. You see, I believe all of this is training for some big master plan that I don't understand, but I believe that God's taking me somewhere in the midst of all of this. And I also I believe with all of my heart that I'm a good bet, that I'm a horse that you can bet on. I believe that, and others seem to believe that as well. Otherwise, I don't think we'd have the community that we'd have. I don't think that I'd have people joining my team. 800% Elite Automotive, we're attracting some of the most incredible talent on the planet. And if you ask any of them, they're not coming to me because of pay, that's for sure. They're going way down in pay when they come join my team. They're coming because they believe that I'm a good horse to bet on. And see, I believe that right now, all of these things, all of these experiences, they're sharpening me, right? Each day I'm getting a little sharper, a little bit sharper, a little bit sharper. And all of that is because I specifically, and I know I'm talking a lot about myself this morning, but hopefully you can understand I'm speaking to you through me at the moment. Because if you can see it in me, it exists in you, right? But I believe I specifically am being crafted for something far beyond my understanding and my wildest imagination. And that belief right there, that belief is my fuel. That belief is my fire. That is the fire that will not burn out. That belief is why this is episode 1076 of this show. I talk to podcasters all the time, all over the United States. I meet a ridiculous amount of podcasters. I'm like, "How many episodes you got?" They're like, "Oh man, we just crushed our 125th episode." I'm like, "Sweet, bro." I remember when I was a part-time podcaster. No, I'm just kidding. In actuality, I never was a part-time podcaster. I've been a full-time podcaster from episode one. Full-time. So I tease and I joke, but it's always interesting. It's the same thing with kids, right? And right? But listen, 1,076 episodes. Millions of people have been reached through this idea, through this inspired action of just simply showing up all day, right? Millions of people have been reached, all because God inspired me to believe that I could make a difference. And that's where I need you to settle in with me here today. God inspired me to believe that I, one man, through training and discipline, could actually make a difference. You see, only what you believe to be true will ever actually be true for you. So there's a lot of times over the past few years, there's been people that have tried to do some of what we do. There are people who have tried to do morning shows and tried to do live shows and promised that they were going to be there every single day and so on and so forth. And I watch them and I cheer for them and I'm inspired by them and I wish them the best. And it's only a matter of time before they get tired of running the race for whatever reason and they drop out. And then this horse right here just keeps running. Now, I'm not any smarter than anybody. I'm not more talented than anybody else. I'm not better looking than the average guy. There's nothing. I'm not a superhero. Nothing special or magnificent about me. The only difference is I believe with all of my heart I believe that if I show up right here every single day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. And what I believe to be true ultimately has become my reality. And the same is true for you. You see, we might look different on the outside. We might be different age. We might have different belief systems and different backgrounds. But the one thing that I know for a fact that you and I have in common is what you believe to be true for you ultimately becomes your truth. You see, you and I, are children of God. I believe that. The God of the universe, the God that made everything. And see, that God gave us the power. It's within our DNA, the power to create. We are creators. And your creation comes from your belief system, what you believe to be true about it. If you look into the Bible, if you look at the beginning, when it talks about creation, God created things and then he looked at it and he said, and he believed that it was good, right? It says, and he believed that it was good. His belief system is what made it so. And the same is true for you. The same is true for me. The same is true for us all. And it is around that one truth that we can build. If we hone our skills and we show up with discipline every day, if we train like we're running to win the prize, we can make a massive impact on this planet. And we can do it together. We can totally do it together. So listen, I love you. I know I ran late today. I know I'm rambling. Just the existence that is manifesting itself around me and my wife and my kids and my community. I'm feeling really inspired by it, right? It's super, super cool. It's super cool. So thank you for being a part of that. Thank you for joining me in the mornings. Thank you for sharing this space with me. Know that I love you. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I do. I absolutely stinking love you. Go out there. Not go out there. Go in here. I want you to take a look inside today. I challenge you. Take a look inside. What do you believe to be true? Because that which you believe to be true ultimately will be the truth for you. Fair enough? Fair enough. All right, I'm gonna head out of here. I don't have any outros. I don't have any songs. My boy Jeff Moffitt, he'll play some songs over there on Clubhouse. If you want to come join us over there, those of you watching here over on Facebook, you want to join us on Clubhouse, Breakfast with Champions Room. We'll discuss this a little bit further. If you're watching later in the day, the Breakfast with Champions Room goes till 1 o'clock, and so you can catch us over there, or come back tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. And who knows, maybe I'll have a headset or different headphones and an adapter, and I can use this awesome little tool that Jeff got me wherever it went, and we'll do another amazing episode. This guy right here, we'll do another amazing episode of GM3X. Fair enough? Fair enough. All right, I'll see you guys later. Let's go out with this.
Automotive dealer owners and GMs only, exclusively on October 26th, the Technology Matters Summit presented by 800% Elite Automotive Club. We are holding this event at one of the premier dealerships in the United States of America. We will be at Beaver Toyota in Cummins, Georgia. That's right, Beaver Toyota, led by Patrick Abad. I know you've heard of the place. They've had a massive increase in sales over the last 3 years. And we're going to have our event right there on site. So you can check out the store. You can check out all the features. You can check out what some are calling the Disneyland of dealerships as we learn that technology matters from Dan Moore,
Brian Benstock,
Brian Kramer, and so many more. Grab your ticket now. We'll see you there. October 26th, Cummins, Georgia. Don't miss it.